So Apple CEO Tim Cook. Mr. President, thank you very much for having me here today. You've been a great advocate for American innovation and manufacturing. I'm grateful for your leadership and your commitment. Let's give this a watch.
Mr. President,
see what he's talking about
thank
here.
you very much for having me here today. You've been a great advocate for American innovation and manufacturing, and I'm grateful for your leadership and your commitment. That's a commitment we share at Apple because American innovation is central to everything we do.
Well, that's the case. Why'd you go to China? Why'd you get tied up in this company? What was it, like Qualcomm? No, not Qualcomm. Fuck, man, what was that company's name? The one that set up the nets around the building, prevent the Chinese from jumping out of the building and offing themselves because they were being worked so constantly assembling iPhones. But to be fair, that may and might very well have possibly been before Tim Cook even entered the scene. Maybe once he became CEO, maybe they started turning things around, although a lot of iPhones are still being made in China as far as I know.
Our products are designed here.
Hey, they're working on it. He's working on it, all right?
Here,
I'll give him credit.
We support 450,000 jobs with thousands of suppliers and partners in all 50 states. Earlier this
450,000 jobs. Is that current in America? Is that really how many people that Apple employs inside America? I know I'm sure there's a lot of tech support. I know there's a lot of Apple stores. I'm sure there's a lot of the behind the scenes with programmers and perhaps like repair stuff like that. I mean, if your iPhone breaks and if it's under warranty, maybe they do ship it all the way out to China, but I somehow doubt it. They probably do fix it somewhere inside the United States if it's under warranty.
Year,
but what do I know? I don't have.
We made our largest ever spending commitment. $500 billion to the U.S. over the next 4 years.
That is nuts.
That's already
man.
Yielding results. Earlier this year, we broke ground on a new factory in Houston to make advanced AI servers. And just last month, the very first test unit rolled off that factory's line, proudly made in America.
Amen.
President Trump.
See, the problem, though, with Apple, it sounds like this advanced AI infrastructure that they're looking to build, it's probably just going to be contained within the Apple company because Apple, it's proprietary. It's very, I don't know how to word that, closed loop or isolated in and of itself. A lot of proprietary tools are involved in working on Apple products. They want to keep everything very as internal as possible. That is one of the few things that I would really like give praise to Microsoft about is how customizable it is, how easy it is to work on. You can do a lot yourself. Times are changing with Microsoft. They're getting a little more draconian over in the Microsoft Corporation. But with Apple, I don't know. Like, what do you think? Like, just maybe leave something down in the comments about that. I just don't know if there's going to be a whole lot of interest in Apple's AI hardware unless it's easily integrated into either like not just Microsoft, but maybe Linux or any of those types of different Linux OSs. And I know there's a whole bunch of different ones, but anyway.
Shared some kind words about that work, but he also asked us to think about what more we could commit to doing. And Mr. President, we took that challenge very seriously.
Really?
I'm glad to be here with you today, and I'm very proud to say that today we're committing an additional $100 billion to the United States, bringing our total U.S. investment to $600 billion over the next 4 years.
That's dope.
As a part of this, we're launching Apple's American Manufacturing Program. It will spur even more production right here in America for critical components used in Apple products all around the world.
All right.
And we're thrilled to announce that we've already signed new agreements with 10 companies across America to do just that.
All right, man, let's go. Yeah, Apple, man, $600 billion. That is not small potatoes at all. That is a shitload of money. Awesome, awesome. America first. Keep on winning. Amazing. The tides are turning. That wouldn't have been on my bingo card over a 5-year period that Apple was going to invest $600 billion into U.S. manufacturing. I would have never expected that because I just always figured that Apple was just going to remain just constantly sucking on, you can fill in the blanks there. But all right, so Trump is a leader of leaders. Some oppose him because they focus on his somewhat blunt side, even Yet even that doesn't harm anyone. On the contrary, he acts for the good of all. MAGA. Wonder what could be Steve Jobs' reaction or action for this. I don't know. I mean, if it's making the company money in the long run, I don't see how he'd have too much of a problem with it. Amen. This is great. That is a lot of money. Everyone respects him now that they see, right? Welcome to Kentucky. Really? Okay, so they're moving into Kentucky. I'm sure he's going all over the country. I'm sure there's going to be multiple states that Apple's going to be involved with. Matter of fact, while we're on that subject, let me just ask. I'll just ask Grok to see if Grok might have any insight as to how many states. Let's just take a look and see if it'll give me. I should have told it to give me the short answer. Sometimes Grok likes to ramble on really far, as it's doing, of course. So, okay, here we go. U.S. states with specific mentions of expansions of projects in 9 states, including Arizona, California. I don't know why they would pick California, for crying out loud. Maybe the shipping ports or something. Iowa, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Oregon, Texas, and Washington. All right, Apple. And Manufacturing Academy in Detroit, Michigan. That's interesting. New projects like a server manufacturing facility in Houston, Texas. All right. Apple suppliers manufacture silicone in 24 factories across 12 states. Arizona, Colorado, Oregon, and Utah, among others. It sounds like that's currently happening. Let's see. The answer focuses on the $500 billion plan, which explicitly involves 9 states for direct expansions of projects, rather, broader supplier and economic impacts across all 50 states. Yeah, I mean, they just announced it. Either Grok's a little bit behind in the news or what have you, but anyway, that's good news all around, man. Rock on, Apple. That's very nice. Will I eventually warm up to Apple? I highly doubt it. I love my Android.